The Lone Star Showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. A big storyline for them to follow here is the progress of their freshman wide receiver. No one came into the season thinking he could reach that mark, but here he is on the doorstep of 1,000 yards, a mark that is so hard to attain for wideouts in the game these days, and he is knocking on that door. Coach talked to his quarterback, let's get him some balls early, let's get him in the action. Not only does that help us loosen things at the line of scrimmage, but they want him to get energized early in this game by hitting that 1,000-yard mark. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Manning. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Using his feet.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Could be an alley. The 30. Past the 20. All the way. Touchdown Longhorns.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Zings it complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Aggies look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Reed. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Touchdown Aggies. A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Looking for the 2-point try. He'll take it himself. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass.
Number 48, set to pick up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play. Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like it.
It's picked off. That's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Here's Reed to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Brown. Shakes off the defender. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Here's Manning to throw. With the catch, it's Townsend. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Again, it's Brown. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It's a reverse. Breaks the tackle. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone, but it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Reed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
14, Texas A&M, 8.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Reed. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires on the move. And the misconnection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, Get him off of...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires one high and deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Creates a little room. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Coleman open on the right. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Number 96, set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing Reed. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Horton. There he goes. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession. He breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
The screen, and watch out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. A give to Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Under fire.
got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
To throw, Madden. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. And as he throws. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. Wants to return it. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially their passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. The defense putting points on the board.
Now, really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Reed. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it on the outside. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, leap.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Right on the money. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
The game is still early. We're in the 1st half, but you need to score a touchdown here to keep this thing close. That's why that last play on 3rd down was so big for this offense. There's plays you just gotta have. I know it's early, but that was one right there the offense needed, and they got it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards.
Number 38, sets the kickoff.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. Moving out to the right. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Throwing Manning. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Reed. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Boise State taking on the Utah State Aggies.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
They'll give it to him again. He's in open space downfield. Sprinting away. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Madness. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
They go play action with Madden. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the move. Got enough for the first. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes, back able to make a cut, first down.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Arch is going to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Finds a man on the right. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
It's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Reed, this is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on and off. It's caught. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Could not make his way to the corner.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Manning. He's got it. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, here's Brown.
And the pressure continues to now shift towards this defense. And running backs had a great day today, carrying the football. They know they've got the lead late in the game. How aggressive do they want to be? And especially defensively now, what's your answer for this ground game? Because it's been really good today.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Brown again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback keeps it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Owens. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Texas A&M going up tempo. Reed, here's a heat. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Pulls and fires complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the 1st down. A few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Finds a little space. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
He runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback will keep it.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. Inside the 10. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
36. Number 96, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Throwing Reed. What a grab with one hand. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Texas A&M going quickly.
Man, it is do or die time right now for this offense playing at home. And the quarterback,
he wants to go deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Looking for more room. The interception stops.